Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. This is 90 Day Fiance Season 7, Episode 7. The truth shall set you free, okay? So last video I asked you guys like what y'all wanted to see me review, like what other shows. And I got some Real Housewives. I got some Love and Hip Hop New York, which comes on tonight. So I'll be able to review that because, you know, it's just starting or whatever. So yeah, I'll go through the list again to see if there's something that's starting now that I can just kind of incorporate instead of shows that have already started, because it's kind of hard to like keep up or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. So the Love and Hip Hop New York review, if y'all are interested, should be up. I'll watch it tonight and it should be up tomorrow. So look out for that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, so first of all, we start off with Michael and Juliana, okay? Juliana, so the last episode we saw of them, you know, Michael's ex-wife just dropped it on Juliana that, you know, what about y'all prenup? Like, how is this prenup situation gonna go? And Juliana was like, prenup? What is a prenup? What? What? I've never heard of this before. What is it, okay? And Mike would try to make it sound like it's a good thing. You know, like, he tried to just make it seem like, you know, it's like, oh, it's something that protects the kids and everything. And she was like, we're going to talk about this later because I don't understand, okay? So this episode, they going to talk about it, okay? So Juliana, she asked him, she's like, what is a prenup? Like, what, you know, explain yourself some more, okay? And he tries to explain. I think he does a better job this episode, but, you know, she's still like, I've never heard of this. And she says he can keep explaining it all he wants, but she's not going to understand it, okay? And so she asks if he had a prenup with Sarah, his ex-wife. And he's like, no, because, you know, me and Sarah didn't have anything whenever we got married. And Juliana's like, interesting, okay. So now that you have something, you want, you know, a prenup with me. And Michael's like, yes, okay, pretty much. So Juliana says she's hurt because Sarah had to tell her this and not him. She wanted to hear it from him first instead of Sarah and whatnot, okay? And so Michael's reasoning for that was like, I don't know why Sarah would do this. Like, I just wanted to kind of slip this prenup on you without having to really explain it. But now Sarah just put it out there like that, and now I have to like explain it and act like I care, you know, about how you feel about the prenup when I don't. So like, yeah, okay. I said, okay, Michael, okay, girl. So Juliana says, she tells us that she gave up a lot to be with him. She left her home, she left her family. She, you know, she had to start working for a little while. She's not working right now. And she says it's uncomfortable to talk about getting a divorce before you actually get married and whatnot. Okay, so basically, I guess Michael didn't tell her anything about this, like about him wanting to get a prenup or anything, and Juliana is just blindsided. She just learned what a prenup is, and now she realizes that Michael wants one. Okay, so the next scene, they go to a mediator, okay? And Michael set this up, I guess, to make it seem like he cares, to make it seem like he cares if Juliana really understands what a prenup is before she signs it, okay? So they go there, and well, when they're in the car, okay, he's like, look, he says that where Juliana is from in Brazil, they probably don't do prenups over there. So I was like, how do you know? How do you know? Okay, you don't know that. Okay, don't generalize on people like that, okay? So they go in there, and we meet the mediator, okay? The mediator seems like she looks like an attorney, okay? She looks like she's nice, but like, don't mess with her, okay? I said, okay, I'm scared, girl. But anyway, they go in there, and she starts right off the bat. She's like, how much do you make, Michael? Like, you know, whenever y'all get married, do you want it to be like shared account, a joint account? Do you want your assets to be shared? And he's like, nope, everything's separate. Keep my name on everything I had, and that's pretty much it, okay? And she's like, okay. The mediator's like, okay. And so they get to Juliana, and you know, Juliana is hearing all this, and she's like, okay, like, nothing is joint. Okay, I just, you know, And the mediator's like, so everything that Michael buys Juliana would be like gifts, pretty much, because everything would be pretty much separate, okay? So she asked Juliana like how much she has coming in as far as money, and Juliana's like, she's hesitant because she's not making no money right now. So and she doesn't have any money saved up or whatnot, and so she like, you know, the mediator's like, basically, girl, I understand what this situation is. Michael is the one who has the money and the control, and Juliana does not have anything. So the mediator tells Michael, like, you can't leave her with nothing if y'all divorce. Like, you have to leave her with something, because, you know, obviously the girl has nothing right now. And so she asked Juliana if Juliana starts making some money, does she want to share that money with Michael? And Juliana's like, oh, he don't want to share with me, so I'm not going to want to share with him. You know, Michael gets his little feelings hurt. He's like, okay, well. So the mediator is kind of looking out for Juliana by saying, like, you know, girl, he can't leave you with nothing, okay? So Juliana at this point is hurt because she's like, she tells us that, like, a year ago, her and Michael broke up, and she said that he just called her and was like, hey, like, I don't want to stay with you no more, bye. And they weren't together for 3 months. And she said before that, he had told her, you know, that he was going to be there for her to rely on if she needed anything. And then at one point when they were broken up, she needed something, and he wasn't there or whatever. And so, yeah, so she's worried. She's like, you kicked me out before, and you could kick me out again. So she's, you know, Juliana's very worried. She's mad at herself for putting herself in this situation. I was like, yes, girl, because, I mean, this man seemed like during the whole process, he was very much like, I don't care, like, you know, I'm keeping my stuff, and that's just what it is, okay? So they get out of the mediator's office, and at this point, you know, Juliana is like, this man has the possibility of divorcing me and leaving me with nothing, okay? So she tells him, you know, I want to be independent. And he's like, why you want to be independent all of a sudden, basically? And she's, you know, he's like, does that something to do with what happened in the mediator's office? And she's like, no, I just want to be independent. And he's like, okay, girl. So the next scene, they're in the car, and Juliana is still upset because she realizes that this man wants to sign this prenup, and she's going to have pretty much nothing. Okay, she starts to cry. Michael's in the driver's seat. He seems like he could care less. He is so unfazed. He's like, okay, girl, all right, okay. He tells her that she could have ended up like her sister. You know, she got pregnant. She stayed in her first marriage and got pregnant, and she could have been poor, basically, if she didn't, you know, become a model and meet Michael and now have this lifestyle, pretty much. Michael is terrible, okay? And he don't care. So, Juliana, he makes the comment right after that they have to go pick up their rings tomorrow. Like, that's somewhat of a celebration of something good, okay? Juliana is in the passenger seat looking all types of upset, okay? She says, okay. And I was like, girl, whew, this is a lot, boo. This is a lot. Okay, so that was them. Then we get to Emily and Sasha. So they are still probably flying from Russia to the United States. They fly into Chicago because her sister lives there. She lives like 2 hours away from Chicago. Her sister and her mom were waiting at the airport, and basically we get an interview with them, and they're like, look, we know what Emily looks like. We don't really mess with Sasha like that. We just here for the baby, pretty much, okay? And that's pretty much what it is. I said, okay, y'all. So so Emily and Sasha get to the airport, and the mom and the sister went straight for the baby, okay? They was like, hey, Emily, you know, it's cute. I don't even think they told Sasha anything. They didn't greet him or anything. They went straight for the baby. The baby is very, very cute. So I was like, I get it. You know, I get it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They kind of ignored Sasha. The producers asked Sasha, like, hey, did you feel slighted or whatever? And Sasha was like, no, I understand. It's the baby, new baby, okay? And the baby is more important than me. So I understand, okay? So they're driving to her sister's house because that's where they'll be staying for a short period of time. So we get to the sister's house, and the sister gave up her room so that Emily and Sasha could stay in there. I was like, this is a good sister, okay? Like, dang, who does that? Who does that, okay? So anyways, that was the first scene. The next scene is their first morning in America. The mom is there. She's like, look, I just want to play with the baby. I don't really want to talk to y'all like that. I just came here for the baby, okay? So she's playing with the baby. Emily fixed Sasha some cereal, and he was like, what is this? What is this? Okay? And Emily was like, this is cereal, boo. I put some sugar on there for you because you know how we like sugar, okay? And he was like, he eats it. And he was like, what? This is terrible, okay? This is terrible. This is crappy food, okay? He says, look, I usually eat me some oatmeal with a little peanut butter and a little fruit. So we're going to have to go to the store, okay, soon, okay? So basically he says he wants to go to the gym because it's been too long. He says he lost 10 pounds of muscle. He needs to go to the gym, okay? And then Emily is like, yeah, I want to go to the gym too. And her sister is like, girl, since when you go to the gym? And she's like, sister, I go to the gym now, okay? Shut up, okay? She says she wants to get her body back after, she wants to lose some of the baby weight. Okay. I was like, okay, girl. So, then Sasha, like, she looks at the cereal or whatever, and he's talking to her sister, and he's like, we're going to have to get some healthier food options in this house. But, like, I know this is your cheat meal. And the sister's like, cheat meal? I went to the store and got y'all some food because y'all living in my house and sleeping in my bedroom. Out of the goodness of my heart, I wanted to get y'all some food. And now you want to talk about it? I said, okay, sister looked like she was ready to fight, okay? He was like, the mama says, I don't eat that food. And he looks at her and he's like, he looks her up and down, because mama is tiny. And so he looks her up and down and he's like, yeah, I could tell. And then he looks back at the sister. I said, you know what? Me and Sasha would have been scrapping. That was pretty much it. Like, Sasha's very blunt, I guess. And sister's like, look, we gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to teach Sasha some rules in this house because this is unacceptable. I said, yes, ma'am, it's very unacceptable. Okay, he was being rude. So the last scene, Emily and Sasha, they go to the gym. They're working out in the gym. Okay, Sasha's going hard. Emily's like, look, I just wanted to act like I was working out. I didn't really want to work out like that, okay? She says that she's worried about him looking at girls. He says, girl, they be looking at me. I don't be looking back at them, but they be looking at me, okay? I said, whatever, Sasha, okay? This is, they got to be arguing a lot because this is a mess, okay? So that was it for Emily and Sasha. Then we get to Angela and Michael, okay? They're at Angela's house because we know that Michael is supposed to be coming soon if he can pass his K1 interview, okay? So she's at her house. They got, she lives with her 6 grandkids and her mama and her, her daughter Skylar is over there, just to visit. Skylar got her own house, okay? We see Angela bought a lock for her bedroom door because, with all them kids running up and down, whatever, she need her some privacy. She doesn't have a lock before, and them kids just come in when they want to come in, okay? But she says now that there's going to be a man in the house, she'll need to put a lock on the door, okay? Because, that's going to be her husband, okay? So, so she tries to, like, talk to her grandkids and, tell them that they can't be, they not going to be sleeping with Mama like that. Mama has a husband now, and the husband's going to sleep with her. And they're like, look, we're going to push him out the bed, Mama. We don't understand this, okay? And so she was trying to explain to them, but the kids was like, look, we don't understand this foolishness, okay? So, she tells Skylar, that's going to be her new stepdaddy. And Skylar's like, girl, go ahead somewhere with that foolishness, okay? Mama was saying the same thing. She was like, he's here for you, Angie. He is, he is the master of you. He ain't the master of us now, okay? Now stop that foolishness, okay? So, the next scene, we have Skylar and Angela. They're going to the wedding dress shop because they're going to shop for some wedding dresses, okay? And Skylar's looking like, girl, I don't want to be here, but okay. And so they get there and they have to tell the salespeople that they're, marrying, that she's marrying somebody from Nigeria. And the saleswoman was like, say what? From where? Okay, girl. All right. So Angela picked out a beautiful wedding dress. I thought it looked really nice on her. She looked really good. I was like, yes, Angela, it looks good on you. Okay, pick that one because it's cute. Okay. She loves it. Skylar loves it. That was pretty much it for Angela and Michael. Not that much. Then we get to Michael and Natalie. Okay, it was a lot happening with them. Okay, so the first scene, Michael has been there for a few days. Okay, Natalie wakes him up. She tries to be all nice. She's like, "Hello, how are you? Did you sleep well? Okay, we're going to church." And he's like, "Where are we going?" "To church." Okay, and he's like, "Okay, girl." She tells us that she wants to introduce him to God, and she wants him to get baptized in the water and convert to Christianity. Okay. And Michael's like, "Look, I don't, she believes in God. I don't believe in God. I believe in ancient aliens. Like, there's a reason we have pyramids on every continent and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot." Okay. And so he's like, "I'm going to go there," but that's pretty much it. So they get in the car, Laura, and she, first they get to the car, and he doesn't open the door for her. And she's like, "You don't open the door for me? Like, people, men in Russia, they open doors for women." And he's like, "Girl, okay." So I was like, "Yeah, Mike, open the door for her, okay?" So she's driving, and I'm like, she's looking crazy behind the wheel. I'm like, "Girl," and the car is still in park at this point. I'm like, "Girl, what is wrong with Natalie?" We realized soon as she starts driving that this girl don't know how to drive, okay? She seemed like she was about to get in like 8 accidents on the way, but I think I know what's happening, y'all. She is trying to kill Michael, okay? She's trying to kill him because she already has the baby, I think, because they've done some things, okay? I think she's already pregnant, and now she don't need him, so she's trying to kill him. That's pretty much what I think was going on, because she was driving crazy, okay? So they get to the church, and she's in there and she's trying to be quiet and whatnot. Michael wants to hold her hand. She's like, "Go ahead with all that. Stop it, okay?" And so Michael's trying to like ask like, "What's going on? Like, who is this? Is this Jesus? I'm like, what is this? And what is this?" He's trying to learn, okay? But she asked him. She's like, in America, will you go to church with me? And he's like, "I don't want to lie to you. I'm not going to promise you anything, okay? So, no, I'm not going to church with you." Okay? And so, he says he can't promise. She gets upset. She's like, "I'm scared of people who don't believe in God," okay? And he's like, "Girl, why?" And she says, because, they basically don't have no morals, okay? And so, she says she doesn't know if she wants to marry Michael if he doesn't believe in God, okay? Because she gets upset. She walks away from him. She goes to sit down. He tries to explain to her. He's like, "Look, I'm not judging you for what you believe in, but you have to also not judge me for what I believe in, okay?" And so she's like, no, okay. So I'm like, "Girl." The next scene, we get Natalie. They're at the apartment, with her mom, and Natalie and her mom are in the kitchen, and we can tell Natalie is upset. Okay, she's like, and the mama's like, "What is wrong, babushka? What is wrong?" Okay, and she's like, "You want some tea, mama?" And she's like, "Sure, I want some tea. You want me to help you make it?" And she's like, "No, mama, no." Okay. And so Mama's like, "Girl, what is wrong? What's your problem?" Okay. And so then Michael gets at the kitchen. And, Mama's trying to talk to Michael because she's like, "Michael, come here. Michael, come here. Okay, so you've had a great morning. Cool. How many kids do you want? You want 2 kids? That's great. Have you started making kids yet? When are the kids coming? Like tomorrow, or how does this work? Okay, great. So what do you think about kids? How many, I want to be a grandma, so how does this work? I want kids right now." Okay, that's pretty much how the conversation went. Okay, she was like, "Look, This is cute. I see Natalie's a little set. I don't really care about that too much. I'm only really caring about if you gonna give me some grandkids, and that's pretty much all I care about. Okay, and so Natalie keeps hearing her mama talk about kids, and that's upsetting her. Michael is like, "Girl, what is your problem? Okay, what is your problem? What is wrong? Okay?" And Natalie's like, "Look, my mom is talking to you. She was talking in Russian, and Natalie is supposed to translate it usually, but she was like, I don't feel like translating for you. Get Google Translator, okay?" And Mike is like, "You just not gonna translate for me? Like, why are you doing this?" And she's like, "No, I'm not going to translate for you. Okay?" And so the mama is still talking about kids. She was like, "How many kids do you want? Say two. Put your twos up in the air. I want 2 grandkids. You want 2?" And he's like, "Girl, what is she saying?" He's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Yes." He agreed to 2. 2. I'm gonna hold him to it. 2. Okay. And Natalie says mama's getting on her nerves about talking about kids when she knows Mike doesn't want to have kids yet. So she starts to cry, okay? And, mama is like, "What? It's going to be okay, baby. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? What is going on? What's wrong? What's wrong? What about the kids? What's wrong? What about the kids?" Okay? And Mike is trying to, like, figure out what's going on. Natalie tells him, she's like, "You don't know how I feel. Like, you don't know what's going on with me or whatever." She says, like, her old man, her ex, used to, like, know what's going on with her feelings and stuff like that, but Mike is the opposite, okay? So basically she goes in the bed and she starts bawling. And I said, "Girl, y'all knew all of this before y'all did all of this, so okay, girl." All right. That was it for Mike and Natalie, okay? Then we get to Anna and Marcel. I always pronounce it different ways, okay? I'm sorry if that bothers y'all, okay? So, Anna's friend, she's throwing a bachelorette party for her, okay? I think it was the same friend who threw the wedding shower. This girl is just a party planner or something, okay? So, Marcel, we get to the bachelorette party with Anna, and they about to turn up. One of her friends, she's like, "What about the kids? Like, who's babysitting the kids?" And she's like, "Girl, Marcel is babysitting the kids." And she's like, "Okay." So they get it started early. They start, throwing back shots. Anna starts throwing back shots. Okay. They're like, Anna tells her friends, "My man don't like when I drink. He don't even like the smell of alcohol on my breath or whatever." And then one of her friends starts to get into her business, like, too much. And I was like, "Girl, why you have to know all of that? Like, stop asking all them questions, girl. I don't even think if she know you like that. Stop asking all them questions, okay?" Anna tells her friends, that Marcel pees on a toilet seat. I said, "Girl, why you telling people that? And all of America." All right, girl. Her friends ask, about Marcel. Has her kids ever went to Turkey? And she's like, "No, because his parents don't know about my kids." And her friends are like, "Girl, what? It's her, what?" And she's like, "Yeah." And so one of her friends, the one who was all up in her business, was like, "I'm going to tell you this because I love you. I don't think you want this. And I wouldn't get married to him unless, he told his parents about the kids, okay?" And we know Anna was okay with this, from the beginning with Marcel. And all of a sudden, now she wants the parents to know about the kids. So now, now she got it in her head that she wants this to happen before the wedding, okay? So we get to the next scene, okay? Anna is, doing something at her computer. Marcel comes over and she's like, he's like, "Are you doing some work?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he tries to be all cute and be like, "Are you happy?" And she's like, "No, Marcel, I'm not happy at all." And he's like, "Girl, what's wrong?" Okay? And she tells him that if, he doesn't tell his parents, that they might not get married. And he's like, "She done went to this bachelorette party with her friends last night, and the next day, now she asking me to tell my parents about her kids. Like, them girls that put this in her head." He was mad at the friends. He was like, her friends put this in her head, you know, to get me to tell my parents about the kids. Like, you know, I don't understand what happened, what has changed. And I kind of understand where Marcel's coming from, only because Anna was okay with this since they got together. And all of a sudden, she's not okay with it. So, I mean, she has a reason to not be okay with it from the beginning, from the get-go. It is terrible. This shouldn't happen, okay? But now Anna wants to switch it up on and change her mind. And Marcella's like, girl, where did this, you was okay with this from the beginning, okay? Even your kids was like, mama, we not okay with this. And you was still okay with it. And all of a sudden, you went to the Bachelorette Party one night, and now you're not okay with it. So he was just like, girl, what? And so she's like, okay, well, that's how it is now, so are you going to tell your parents? And he's like, let me think about it. No, I'm not telling my parents. And so she gets in her feelings, and she's like, okay, so we're not getting married then. And so he's like, no, still marriage. Still marriage. Still marriage. Okay, and she's like, no, Chopper style, no, it's not gonna happen, okay? So she walks off. We see all the cameras going after her, like, girl, where you going? You didn't tell us you were going over here, okay? So we get into the back room, and Marcel follows her over there, and he tries to, like, hug her and stuff like that, and he's like, you know, marriage still marriage. And she's like, no, you gotta tell your parents, or whatever. And Marcella's like, girl, no, okay. But in the scenes for the next episode, we see that he is gonna tell his parents, and I'm waiting for their reaction. Okay, so that was pretty much Anna and Marcel. Then we get to Annie and Robert. Okay, there wasn't that much of Annie and Robert, but it was enough. Okay, so they show Bryson. They're sleeping all in the same bed, which is still crazy that this man would bring someone he doesn't really know into the bed with him and his son. Which, okay, let's just get past that, okay? So Bryson is he sleeps wild, okay? So we see him pretty much like beating up on Robert and Annie, and Annie's like, girl, I hate it, okay? So the next morning they're gonna go shop for apartments. They want a 2-bedroom apartment. And so they get to one apartment, and it's a nice apartment. It has a beautiful view over the lake. It has 2 bedrooms, okay, which she really likes. And so she's like, I like this. This is cool, okay? And so we see the realtor. The realtor's like, okay, y'all like this? And Robert asked the realtor, like, how much it is? And she's like, okay, it's $1,750. That's not that bad, okay? And so then Robert proceeds to tell us that he renewed his lease with his old apartment. So they're going to have to wait a year before they even think about getting an apartment. And so he tells Annie that in the realtor. And the realtor's like, girl, why did you waste my time, girl? Why did you waste my time? But Annie is like, girl, why did you bring me here before telling me that you already renewed your lease? Stupid. And I was like, yeah, stupid. Robert is terrible, okay? Robert tries to act like he is a good guy, but he is gaslighting Annie. And it is terrible. He tries to make her act like she is terrible for her reactions to the situations that he puts her in. I was like, Robert, you are completely and dead wrong for that. Don't bring that girl to that apartment and then be like, oh, well, we gotta wait a whole nother year for us to get, you know, for us to get a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? I was like, Robert. And then so they start fussing in front of the realtor, and the realtor could speak Spanish or whatever, so she kind of like translate the fact that Robert renewed his lease or whatever. And so Annie and Robert go back and forth, and the realtor is just sitting there like, she's like, girl, this is awkward. They're fighting in front of me. Yeah, okay. So Robert and Annie get outside, and Annie's like, girl, what was the point of this? What was the point of all of this? And he's like, why are you fighting with me in front of the realtor, making us look bad? And I was like, Robert, Robert. No, okay? And Annie's like, you always do this. You always put me in situations. You always try to like do surprises on me, but then you wind up putting me in bad situations, you know? And she says, you know, he knows that she can't work right now. You know, it's going to take her a while before she's able to get like a work permit or something like that. So I was like, Annie, just leave this fool. Like, is this not worth it, girl? I am definitely Team Annie. He says he has the nerve to tell this girl, "Do you love me or do you love the apartment?" Girl, Robert, definitely Team Annie on this. Robert is a mess. He knows he is wrong for this. He's doing this to this girl on purpose, and that's just what it is, okay? So that was it for this episode, you guys. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I love reading y'all's comments. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell so you get notified when I post these videos, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.